today, we make another championship case. Today will be Denny Hamlin. That's right. As I said, we're going to go down the list for championship cases in order of the playoff points right now, or however they are when we get there. So yesterday was Kevin Harvick. Today will be Denny Hamlin. Monday, Brad Keselowski, because tomorrow will be the race preview for Dover. And then Friday will be nothing, and Saturday and Sunday potential race recaps. But yeah, Denny Hamlin, why he will win the 2020 championship. That's right, we're going to look into how he's done this year, some of his history, look at the playoff schedule, all that stuff, and how it could play into favor of Denny Hamlin and how he could win the 2020 title. So let's look at this year first for him. So he's raced in all 23 races, obviously. 15 top 10s, 13 top 5s, and 5 wins, second most wins in the NASCAR Cup Series schedule, or in the season, I should say. Only one with more wins than him was who we talked about yesterday, and that is Kevin Harvick. Harvick obviously having a great year, Hamlin having another great year coming off of the last year. But yeah, looking like it's going to be Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin fighting it out. That's what it feels like right now, with Keselowski as the third and the fourth TBD. But Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, they've been the head of the field right now. They've been way up there, and Hamlin has shown that he is worthy of making it back into the championship four. Made it last year. Did not win that title. Finished third, I think, or fourth. I can't remember where he finished in that championship four group. But looking for his first title. He has not won a title yet in his Cup Series career, but he has won a ton of races, and he's been the favorite before, so he's hoping to lock it in this time. We look at this season, he's won on a variety of tracks. He's won at Darlington, which is a playoff track, Kansas, which is a playoff track. He's won at Pocono. He's won at Daytona. I think, I don't think I'm missing anything, but so that's his wins this year. He's won on some different tracks. You look at the playoffs, just for him personally, how he's done at some of these tracks. This season, obviously, he's ran well. Him and Harvick, they've run up front most of the year. Looking at the playoffs, you look at this first round, I think he'll breeze through it because he does have a lot of playoff points. He's got 40 to his name right now. That's a very favorable first round for Denny Hamlin. Darlington, he's won there earlier this year. Richmond, he's run very well at it the past. Bristol, he was leading late in that race before hitting the wall. So even though he could breeze through that, that's a great opportunity for him to build up some more playoff points and to basically lock himself in Miami. But the first round should not be a problem for him. He's got enough playoff points. He's got more opportunities to gain playoff points in these next couple of races. I think he's basically locked into round 2. I don't think he has to worry about that. Going into the next round, I tell you what. He's got enough playoff points that I think he can make it, but I do have a little bit of concern if he had 2 bad races, because you look at this round, Las Vegas, Talladega, Charlotte Road Course. Well, I think he has enough playoff points to carry him through. You got 2 wild cards in there, and, he did run good at the Daytona Road Course, but I would not say Denny Hamlin is a great road racer. He's got 1 win at Watkins Glen, but I don't know. I think he'll get through that round easily, but I'm just saying if he were to have problems at Talladega and the Charlotte Road Course, he would have to have a really good run at Las Vegas, but I think he'll have a good run there, and as I said, he's got enough points. I think he'll get through. Looking at the round of 8, this will be the one round that he's going to have to do his best at, and it is very in his favor. You look at the 3 tracks. Kansas, he has won the last 2 races there. He'll do good there. Texas, he won there last year. He's got a few wins there in his career. He should do fine there. And then Martinsville, a track where he has won multiple times, and he should do well there as well. So I'd say that round of 8, the first 2 rounds, just like Harvick, I would say he should get through them pretty easily. Those playoff points should carry him. Even if he were to have problems at Talladega and maybe the Roval, I think he should be able to have enough playoff points to advance through these rounds, because other people will have problems, and if they have problems with him, he'll have the advantage because of the playoff points. So I think those first 2 rounds he'll get through easy. And this last round, he's good at all 3 of those tracks historically, recently. So I expect them to bring speed to all three of those tracks and be competing for the wins, top fives, etc., etc. So I expect them to breeze through the first 2 rounds. In that 3rd round, they are good enough at all 3 of those tracks to potentially win and lock themselves in, and also to run good enough that they can just get enough points to make it to the final. Then we look at the championship at Phoenix. Yesterday I said I think Harvick would be the favorite, and I stand by that. Harvick is the best driver at Phoenix in the current Cup Series schedule or field. He has the most wins there. He probably has the most laps led there, I would guess. But who won there in the fall last year? Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, he does have a couple of Phoenix wins, including last year in the fall. He was wrecked out early in the spring this year, so no real results, I guess, for him. But I tell you what, Denny Hamlin last year in that Phoenix race, he had to win that race if I remember correctly, and he went out there and won it. While he has not done great in championship situations, he always gets trolled for the 2010 season. He's had last season to get it done. 2014, he was in the Final Four. So he's had opportunities to win the championship before, and he has not capitalized. I think this is a good opportunity for him. While he does have some good records at Homestead Miami Speedway, he could have done better there in the past when he's had the opportunities. I think this is a good opportunity for him because it's just like last year. Last year, remember that Phoenix race, as I said, I'm pretty sure it was a must-win situation for Hamlin. And what did he do? He won. So they're going back to a track where they won at in a must-win. They're going to a track where it's going to be another must-win because of how this format works. But then again, on lap 1, he could blow a tire if he runs over something and hit the wall, and no championship. All that season was just a waste. So, but yeah, I think that Phoenix they'll be really good at. Joe Gibbs always brings speed everywhere, and they've got some wins there recently, not just with Hamlin, but with Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth. Even Truex has run well there a couple times, but I think Hamlin would definitely be, him and Harvick would be the favorite for this race, not just because of what they've done all season, but because of some of their recent history and overall history at Phoenix. And I think if it came down to it, Hamlin, he could get it done if he needed to. He knows how to win races. He knows how to win at Phoenix, and if he could win at Phoenix this fall, he'd win the championship. So there you go. That's my case for why Denny. So in conclusion, the playoffs, the first 2 rounds, he should blow by. But that 2nd round, if he does have a couple bad races, that could be a problem, even though he has all those playoff points. And then the round of 8, if he can get it to there, that's a very favorable round for him. You look at those 3 tracks. He's historically done good on all these tracks, especially recently with Kansas. So I expect him to do very well there. And then obviously the championship for the defending winner of this race. So I expect him to do well there. But yeah, that is my case for why Denny Hamlin will win the championship. As I said, tomorrow will be another episode of NASCAR Wars. Nothing on Friday unless there's some major breaking news. I'll be on the road, but I don't plan to make a video that day. And Saturday and Sunday may be race recap. Saturday is still an uncertain. And then Sunday for sure will be a race recap. Then we'll continue the championship cases on Monday. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll get into this weekend.